What's up, friends? I'm Jonathan Miller, and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, where we help each other become better artists. G-I-DLE, or I-DLE, is back with their 7th mini album, I Sway, selling over 400,000 copies and topping the iTunes charts in 15 countries, including the worldwide chart. If you're new to the series, today we're going through I Sway track by track, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on its productions, track listing, genres, and influences to see how this album breaks down and comes together. So hit the like button if you enjoy I-DLE, subscribe so you don't miss my future uploads, and if you've got an additional extra minute, consider following me on Spotify and streaming my new track, Good to Know. All the love and support is sincerely appreciated. Also, forgive me if you hear a little fan in the background and I look a little sweaty. It is quite literally 100 degrees out today. I'm doing my best to stay cool, but it looks like it's going to be a hot summer. With that out of the way, here is my album review and genre deconstruction of I Sway by I-DLE. When making an EP or mini album with 4 tracks, you really want to make sure that they're great. The first song needs to grab the listener's attention and hold on to it. Luckily, Klaxon does just that. While in my book, it's going to be really hard to ever top Queen Card, Klaxon has 99% of all the ingredients that I enjoyed in Queen Card, luckily. The chorus is explosive, hooky, and memorable from the first listen. It's perfect for summer, lighthearted and breezy. The horn honks in the background and bass line create auditory interest. It's bubbly in all the right spots. Miyeon and Yuqi's voices in their respective choruses are perfect. This song grabbed my attention and held on to it. I love when Soyeon includes unexpected random references like the Spice Girls here in the song. It just adds a nice little layer of quirkiness that just fits this group so well. This song is definitely one of my favorites from this summer so far. It's the perfect album opener and title track for I Sway. Track number 2 on this album still feels very summery, but it offers a little bit of a different vibe from track 1. It's much more of a traditional dance pop song, as opposed to the typical K-pop structure of its predecessor. Last Forever is also primarily in English, which I thought was a bold choice and I admire it. Now, because it's in English and as a native English speaker, I can look at it in a different way. I do think some of the phrasing could have been constructed a little bit more cleanly to just sound a little bit more natural, but it's really not even that bad. I mean, this is K-pop. We get mismatched, unpretty English all the time. It's part of the charm. But like, I begin to glow it up sounds a little messy in this context, only in terms of like word formatting and grammar. The meaning is clear. I can tell what the intention is, so please don't take this as a slam. The song is about wanting to stay in that beautiful pursuit of your dreams. So like I said, I get it, but a little bit of polish to some of these lyric phrases might have just made it shine just a little bit extra bright. Now, a quick shout out to this video sponsor, DistroKid. DistroKid is one of the leading and best music distribution platforms on the market, helping artists like you and me get our music up on places like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and more without breaking the bank. For one small yearly price, you can distribute as much music as you want. When I recently dropped my latest single, Good to Know, DistroKid made it super easy and convenient. DistroKid's got a lot of additional features to help you manage, grow, and promote your music too. One such feature is mini videos. Mini videos are, like the name implies, small social media friendly videos that you can use to promote your latest release. They're easily customizable and free to use, so you don't have to add anything to your promo budget. They've got quite a few starting templates for you to choose from, so you can find the one that best matches your artistic vibe and aesthetic. All you have to do is choose which song you want to promote, type in what you want your announcement message to be, and pick when you'd like the song to start playing so you can highlight the catchiest part. Use my special VIP link to save yourself 7% on your first year's membership with DistroKid. Link is in the description. Bloom is really nice. It's kind of dance pop, although a little bit more disco. It's also a little bit lighter than the first 2 tracks. It's not a ballad, but it still has some softer tones to it. Bloom is definitely a romantic summer night vibe, and there's nothing wrong with that. The chorus is catchy. There's not a ton of bells, whistles, and distractions. I like the way it flows and definitely think it being track 3 is the correct placement for it. I Sway starts with all the energy, then progressively gets slower and softer. So Bloom being track 3 helps smooth out that transition as we approach the album closer. Neverland fills the emotional note that most album closers have. It's also got some pop rock in it as compared to the first 3 songs, and that's what makes it refreshing. It hits you in the heart being named after their fan base, but it also offers something that the other tracks don't. Without a doubt, I Sway is one of I-DLE's most cohesive projects. While it might not be their most sonically diverse, it's still a solid body of work. Neverland leaves me ready to circle right back to Klaxon, but also satiated enough with the 4 songs that we got, which is exactly what you want when crafting a 4-song project. Not that I'd know anything about that, of course. I Sway doesn't have a long laundry list of genres and influences on it, but it still does some cool things, so here's how I'd break it down. I'd put its umbrella genre as K-pop, of course, because like always, that's the easy label. I'd put its subgenre as dance pop. Nearly every single song is either influenced by dance pop or is literally dance pop, so this shouldn't be too surprising. I'd say its niche is bubblegum. While not every song is necessarily tongue-in-cheek, which is a staple of bubblegum music, this album is very lighthearted. It's not boundary-pushing like Nude or a throwback vibe like Super Lady. It's got charm as a whole, which keeps it feeling youthful and summery. Its micro niche is going to be hip-hop. While certainly, again, not every song is hip-hop per se, elements of the genre will always find their way onto an I-DLE song, which keeps the music unmistakably them. Giving us a K-pop album with elements of disco, pop rock, and R&B, utilizing predominantly dance pop songwriting constructions with bubblegum lyrics and hip-hop formatting to highlight its overall lighthearted vibe and messages about youthfulness and inspiration. If you like dance pop or songs that are just really good for a nice summer night on the beach next to a campfire, then this album is for you. While it might not be I-DLE's most daring project to date, it certainly leaves a mark. So go for a drive, give it a listen, and hit the klaxon for I Sway.